Alrighty, so how do you start a Model A? Well, first off, you have to check the battery. There is a parasitic draw because of the generator, because it has a point style regulator, and sometimes it gets stuck, and if it does, then it'll drain the battery. So the easiest solution is just undo the battery. That done. Let's crawl inside. It's a pain in the butt. People were smaller back then. Controlling the Model A, you have lever on the left is a spark, advance, and retard. So while you're driving, you'll be advancing it. While you're slowing down or at a stop, you're retard it. Also, when you start it, for electric start, you can give it a couple of notches advance, but if you're hand cranking it, you want it all the way up so you don't risk being too advanced, backfiring, and swinging that thing back into your wrist and breaking your arm. Next thing is your throttle. This is actually two-purpose in the Model A. It's kind of, one was a concession to the Model T because the Model T was exactly like this, your timing, and this was your only option for your throttle on the Model T. So when they gave the Model A, put the Model A out, it was kind of a concession to all the Model T owners out there who were too used to driving with the hand lever. But the Model A does have a foot throttle. This is a foot rest, that's the throttle. But the other issue with the Model A is you can't play with the throttle while you're starting it. The key does not start the starter. It only turns on the ignition circuit. The starter is this button down here. So you step on that to start it. You can't push the gas, so you use the lever to set a little bit of throttle. We're going to give it a little bit of advance. This over here has a two-purpose to it. One, you pull out for the choke. The other thing is you can twist and turn it to either lean out the mixture or richen the mixture. So while you're driving, you can pretty much set it and leave it. But if you're cruising up into altitude, you can gradually lean the carburetor the higher altitude you go, or on cold starts, you can give it a half a turn to richen it. The other thing, it's a gravity feed carburetor. So starting and stopping, there's a petcock to turn the gas on. This is actually your gas tank. It's a Cal tank. There's the filler, 10 gallons. And so when you stop, you turn the petcock off so that you're not constantly feeding the carburetor to evaporation and draining your tank. And also, before you start, turn it on, give it a few minutes to fill the float bowl and all that other kind of stuff. In a regular starting situation, what I have found best to do is keep the ignition circuit off, give it 2 cranks with the choke on, like about that, back in, turn it on, ignition circuit, try again, and she'll start right up. And now she started, we'll give her a little bit more advance. Let her warm up. And once she's warmed up, then I can reduce the idle down to a slower RPM. And that's how you start a Model A.